to the Video Marketing Experts. Today we make a review about a smartphone. We got an iPhone SE here and we went with this iPhone SE to Paris and shoot with it like hell. We tested this device in every aspect. We looked at the normal video mode, we tested the time-lapse mode, the slow motion mode, the sound, and so on. And in the end we make a short discussion. What is better? Is it better to go to shoot with a professional DSLR or a bridge camera or system camera, or is it just easier and more convenient to do it just with a pocket device, and how to enhance this pocket device? So enjoy our trip through Paris and our test. Let's go! So we start with the normal video mode of the iPhone SE. You can shoot there with 30 or 60 frames per second in a full HD resolution. And what's very special in the later versions of the iPhone, and the iPhone SE belongs to these newer versions, is you can shoot in 4K resolution. Here we can see the thinker of Rodin in the Rodin Museum, Rodin Park. And now we are filming in a full HD resolution. The camera movements are not too shaky because it is stabilized and you can zoom into the picture while filming. What we can say in general is, if you have good lighting and good light conditions, the footage you can create with the camera of an iPhone is pretty decent. The automatic mode is very clever and makes good footage. You can see a really nice blue sky. And another point is that it's very flexible. It is a small device, you can just keep it in your pocket, and if you see something which is worth to shoot, you can just grab it out and shoot it. So if you have a camera, then yeah, it's pretty heavy, and yeah, and you have to carry it all the way. You need way more time to make a decent shot. And you know how it is with girlfriend and family, and we come on, let's go, we cannot wait 5 minutes at each stop. So sometimes it depends, it can be the better choice just to stick to the small device and do the best of it. Here we have some camera movements near the garden to the Louvre. You see, yeah, it's shaky, but it's stabilized, so it's not too shaky. And to improve this, you can use something like a gimbal for smartphones, which is stabilizing it electronically, the whole camera movement. Yeah, here we have good light conditions, so the quality is pretty decent. And especially if you have too much light, then it's then the automatic mode of the iPhone is pretty good, because because I collected a lot of experience with it. I have several DSLRs and other cameras, and if you want to shoot in bad light conditions with if you have too much light with a DSLR, you have to go into the manual mode, and sometimes it's not. You just need time to figure it out how it has to be shot. Yeah, here Mona Lisa, and we can see a lot of people are using smartphones to make their photos and videos while vacation. So this video should have some demand. Yeah, it's a pretty famous picture. And you can do the settings of resolution in the normal settings. You go just to photography, and then you can choose between 60 frames per second full HD or 30 frames per second 4K and so on. Now we are doing the sound test, and here we can listen them. It's pretty decent sound we have with the iPhone SE, but at the same time we can see if you have bad light conditions, if it's too dark, the ISO value is set pretty high by the device, and the quality suffers a lot here. but the sound is nice. Here we have some another sound sample in the metro in Paris, so we can see a rapper. It's rapping about Mamacita and so on, and want to grab some money here, and sound is pretty well, despite of the bad sound conditions in the metro. Yeah, now we are doing a slow motion test. Slow motion you can do with the iPhone SE in only in HD. It means 720p. So the picture here is a bit smaller. And all in all, we can say you can do it with 240 frames per second. If you render it with 30 frames per second, you can do a slow motion up to divided by 8. So these slow motions you can see here are 25% slow motions, and it's pretty good. But with newer cameras, you can do that slow motion in 4K or in full HD. What's a way better quality. So we start with the next test. The next test is a time-lapse test, and the time-lapse is pretty it's pretty fluent. I mean, it's not shaky and so on. It's quite a decent quality, and we can say it is on the same level like a low investment camera, like a 300 or 400 digital camera. So it can keep up with this stuff. Yeah, it's very fast. So here comes our final recap, our summary, and what we can say is the iPhone SE is a pretty good device to shoot some decent photos and videos. A very important condition to accomplish that is you need good lighting, as you need a lot of light that it is decent. And if you have this light during daytime or in the early evening hours, you can do good pictures with it. It's just flexible, and you can just do good pictures with that. What I experienced while photographing during vacations, and that sometimes the smartphones, or here the iPhone SE, can make better pictures than a professional DSLR if you don't set it right for the shoot. Especially when if you have too much light, then you have to make special settings for your DSLR, and yeah, the iPhone is here much faster, and the automatic mode of the iPhone brings a good relation of time and quality. Yeah, but in general, we have to say that if you want to make pictures, photos, and video footage more ambitious, it's better to use a professional camera like a DSLR or a system camera, a bridge camera, because the iPhone and the smartphones have a lot of disadvantages. What we said is, if you have good light conditions inside or outside, you make pretty decent pictures and video footage. But if you don't have good light conditions, and the picture gets very noisy. You get noise inside the picture, and that's not so pleasant. Another disadvantage is that the sensor of an iPhone is very small of this camera. It's a very small sensor. You cannot compare it with a full frame sensor of a DSLR or a APS-C sensor of a DSLR or a bridge camera. So here are some technical advantages of professional cameras. Yeah, and because of this small sensor, it's only suitable for good light conditions, because the sensor gives you the opportunity to make pretty decent shots while it's darker. If you have a full frame sensor, you can make very nice photos at night. Another aspect is that the dynamic range is very low of smartphones like an iPhone, and there are a lot of cameras which are way better, have a way better dynamic range, and you can get more out of your footage. You can do a better color grading with this footage, and you have a lot of advantages though. Another point is that you have not so many options what you can set. A camera like a DSLR has more settings. You can change the ISO, you can change the focus, you can change the zoom, you can change the picture basic settings and so on. And there are not so many things possible with a smartphone. And what we can say here is that a smartphone doesn't has a manual focus, and this manual focus can be very important if you make artful shots where you want to have a nice depth in field arrangement in your pictures and in your video footage. Because it is a small device, and you cannot substitute something like a lens. And yeah, then you have way more possibilities with professional camera where you can change lenses, and it is you have we can do way more. But if you have not so much time and you don't want to spend so much money and you want to be flexible and you want to do it very fast, then with your iPhone, with a smartphone, you can do some decent stuff. And what we have to say as well is that you can improve your smartphone with a lot of gadgets like a selfie stick, so you can make a selfie with your girlfriend or with your family during a sight, in front of a sight, and it's pretty easy to do that. So sometimes it's very difficult to do something like that with a camera. So you have to, the automatic mode that counts from 10 to 0 to make a picture, and it's way more easy with that device. There are on the market gimbals which are stabilizing your video footage, your camera movements. Or what's there as well is there are lenses for your iPhone, so you can reach a good bokeh for portraits, and you can do a lot of stuff. So we make the final recap. You can do good pictures with your smartphone if you go deep inside and just. So we make our final recap. So you can do good pictures, you can do it very fast with your smartphone, and the quality is pretty good if you have good lighting. But for the more ambitious photographer and movie maker, we recommend to buy a camera, more professional camera, so you can get the edge out of your vacation and holiday footage, and you will be happy with the quality you can create with it. So that's it, and out.